I'm Joshua Kylan here. Thought I'd do a quick update. Sorry for the wind. It is a very cool windy day. What you see in front of me is my ramp I made. It's under $15, all built. All basic materials that you're gonna need is a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood and two 2x4 by 6 foot construction studs. That's what I just used, just so it's cheap. I tried to get as straight as I could, just so it's easier on the machines. And the sole purpose of this is, sorry, one-handed, is to help with getting stuff in and out of my storage unit. Because this concrete step right here is 3.5 inches tall. And trying to get snow blowers and generators that are on wheels that don't have much ground clearance is a pain in the rear end. And this works wonders. Oh, you're also gonna need some, I think 2-inch or 1.5-inch nails. I just went with nails instead of screws because this won't see a lot of use. It will, but it won't be a crucial part of it. There's virtually no chance of it separating. Maybe 10 years, 20 years down the road, but yeah. The top is 3/4 inch plywood that I got down at Makerspace. It's 40 inches wide, 24 inches tall, 3/4 inch ply. And these these wedges are 22 inches long. I could have gone 23 inches, but I said 22 just so there's enough room for everything to be happy. 22 inches long this way. Then what I did was I make the mark from this corner to this corner. Then I had someone that knows woodworking better than me hand cut this on a table saw. Before I did that, I took the 2x4s and I cut them down 3/4 of an inch. That's what these pieces are, to make up for the thickness of the top, because I wanted the total height to be 3.5 inches. It is over that, but it works. And you can change the angle, you can change the length, you can change the width. This is just how I made it. Yes, I know the angles aren't in line. I don't care. This was a cheap, quick and dirty ramp I needed for, sorry, like I told you, it's windy, so I'm gonna leave that in the video. It's just a cheap ramp, and I mitered all the corners of the top, and I think about a 45. I didn't take the measurement out for the angle. I just wanted a nice eased edge so a nice good transition. And it is starting to my hands are starting to get cold, so I'm gonna try and wrap this up. And I figured, and I did 4 of them just so the two outers are supported. Then I put 2 somewhat in the center, like a foot, and then 24 inches, I forget. Yeah, I'll have some pictures for it. And that it's a nice portable ramp for my storage unit. So that's what's up with this. And it will last me for quite a few years. Snow blower I haven't even got to yet. I probably won't. This generator, it worked wonderful for the harvest show, but I burned out one of the outlets, so I replaced it with single outlets round. And funny thing is the mounting brackets that come with these work perfectly. The hole closest to this, that's the one I used. And I had to cut off the top part just to make it fit. So has proper 20 amp outlets. I know the generator is only, the circuit breaker is not even really a circuit breaker, it's just an on-off switch. What do you expect for a cheap Chinese generator? I had to replace these with Allen head cap screws because the Phillips ones, I had to drill one out because I flipping stripped it, and it looks nicer. This thing is up for sale for $300. I want to get a better one. It's the one I want to get is a Westinghouse iGen 4200. It's a 4200 watt max inverter, open frame with a 3500 continuous. No, I'm not gonna fire it up, it's too cold today. Starter generators for sale. I'm asking $150 for it. Comes with voltage regulator that includes shipping through US United States Postal Service. This engine I'm selling for $50. It does have electric start, and the electric starter is non-functioning at this point. I don't know what's the deal with it. So I can, for an extra $10 plus part, the starter, I'll replace it. That lawnmower, I know it's sort of out of season, is for sale for $50 plus newer blade turn, which is like $30. So as is $50. Get it ready. About 75 plus parts. Tractor, of course I'm not selling, but I'm going a different route with it. I was going to end up using the tiller, but I got thinking is I won't be really tilling much with this tractor. It's either going to be towing a trailer or it's going to be pulling that one bottom plow underneath all that stuff. So what I'm going to end up doing is, sorry I can't really open the hood because I got the, whatever I can. I'm going to be, with the new diesel engine, I'm going to be putting an alternator here. And I was thinking using a electric start or an electric PTO for the clutch engagement, but I got thinking is that requires a lot of energy, and I really only need one build for the hydraulic pump. And what I was thinking is the lift rod on this goes up through here, and what I might do is replace that with a hydraulic cylinder and probably mount a valve like right here, and I can engage it and disengage it with this. So it is still a manual PT hydraulic pump, which is going to be nice. And I'm going to have two electric sort of say control stuff on the trailer. This one's gonna be a spot sprayer for my water tank. I was thinking, 125 gallon tank and all that. But I figured get a nice cart and just get a spot sprayer that I can throw in and out, so it's a dual purpose trailer, and mount like a quick change switch box here that runs to the battery. That way I can control it right from there. The other one is, if I'm going to need a tiller, is get a tow behind engine driven one. That way I can get a wider width, and I don't know if you can see it, but let me get some white. Sorry, this is sort of improv. See the shaft? See how it goes underneath the, goes underneath the transaxle? So I'm gonna say, nope, I'm not gonna do that. Because I know it will work fine. It's worked fine since I built it. But this is my take on the tractor. And I figured that tiller is 40 plus years old, give or take. I don't know how much how much it's seen use. And you can see the shaft goes right underneath there, so there isn't really much ground clearance when you add the PTO shaft. So I figured I don't want to even really bother with that. So, and I don't really see myself tilling, needing to use the tiller in like 5 years or 10 years. And if I need to till a lot, I would end up getting a tow behind that has a self-driven auger. And I'm most likely going to end up going with the DR Power. Yes, I'm not sponsored by them, and this is just speculation. And that way, this tractor is more universal, so to say. Because really the only implement that I would be using from what I bought is the one bottom plow. The snowblower, I might end up converting into a hydraulic unit by mounting a hydraulic pump on this. I know I need high flow and all that. Or I might make something work. Like I would have this tractor with a front PTO and change out the engine and all that, but that's later down the road. I physically don't need to use that snowblower. If someone wants to offer me $200, maybe $150 for it, feel free to ask. I bought this tractor as for parts. I know it came with the tiller, the snowblower, and the one bottom plow. But I physically don't see myself using either the tiller or the snowblower. I might end up using the snowblower later down the road. I know I'm going to use the one bottom plow. I might need to get a new blade for it. Or I might just decide to get a new Brindley. I haven't quite sure where I've gone with that route yet. But yeah, and I'm gonna make a front mounted plow for this, homemade, with the ATV front plow, and I know the mounting is gonna be pretty easy, and that's where the hydraulics would come in handy, where I can engage the hydraulics and have it like, I would have to have a way to float the hydraulics, which that's all in the valving. Or I might just stick with the big old arm lever. I'm not quite sure yet. And one nice thing is this one does have this float piece that latches into this piece right here. when this thing comes down, that's sort of your float mechanism. Yeah, so it's a lot to think about, and I sort of came to the realization is I won't be using the tiller or the snowblower, so I can get rid of those. This tractor is most likely going to be for parts. I might end up keeping the frame, just so I have another tractor where I can say if I wanted to build one for the snowblower, I would have another tractor, because this one's going to be my primary workhorse where I tow trailers, I tow the 1-by-1 plow, and it's going to be my show tractor. So I see using this one much more. This one would be sort of secondary where I'll run my snowblower off of it. And I know chains, that can have a whole detrimental effect to the transaxle. Who knows? This is just my general plan. I know I've been rambling on for almost over 16 minutes, but yeah, and I think I contacted Extreme Coaches. They told me to call them, but I figured, sorry, I'm going back to this, but that's what I do. I figured it'd be a lot simpler. Just use the mechanical PTO and just have an overhung bearing for where the PTO is down under here to run the hydraulic pump. And that's probably going to be mounted as close to the frame as possible, and probably have a skid plate over it for when if I go over in the woods. Yeah, and the third tractor I want to get, all I need off of it is the wheel weights, and I have to buy the whole tractor. And I figured I could strip the whole thing for parts. I could sell the engine, I could sell the starter generator. I'll probably keep the clutch and the right angle gearbox if they're any good, just so I have parts for later down the road. And heck, I would end up selling most of that tractor, what's left of it. The dash is completely butchered, or these corners are completely blown out. This is the better of the two I have right now. And I know this one is missing a few bolts, but I can rob those off this one. See, this one has those too. I guess that's a junction right there for the wiring, and like this one, I'm gonna completely gut the wiring and start from fresh. And this, it's freeing up, but I actually had to pound on this to get it to move. Where this one, of course, this doesn't have any attached. And that's why I like this tractor better, because it's physically in better shape than this tractor. As you can see, this one, from what I was told, the engine is worn out. But if I end up making this my snow blowing tractor, I'll just do an engine swap. Maybe with a V-twin? But that's down the road. Sorry for my angle. And this one, I'm just gonna clean the carburetor, get it running nice, and call it good. I'm not gonna do much to this one. I know I really won't be able to sell it, but if I need a grass cutter in a quick and dirty fashion, get a new belt, put the mower back on, and Bob's your uncle. That's another thing, is if I want to get a mower, I would just get a tow behind for this one. That way I can have 60 inches of mowing deck. And I would, of course, do a diesel swap on that, but that's later down the road. I think I've talked enough. So Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.